Hey, what's up, guys? Combat Critic here. Let's take a look at this upcoming title fight between the champion Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. So let's get started. If we take a look at the records of these two fighters, starting with the champion Alexa, she has 19 fights in total and she's won 16 of her 19 fights, lost just 3. If we take a look at her 16 wins, she has 4 wins via knockout, just 2 via submission, and 10 via decision. So she mostly wins via decision. And if we take a look at her 3 losses, she has no loss via knockout, 1 via submission, and 2 via decision. Now let's take a look at the previous champion, Valentina Shevchenko. She has 27 fights in total, so significantly more experience for Valentina Shevchenko, that too at the higher level. And she's won 23 of her 27 fights and lost just 4. Two of these losses have come to Amanda Nunes. And if we talk about her 23 wins, she has 8 wins via knockout, 7 via submission, and another 8 via decision. So it is pretty balanced. You don't know how she's gonna win. She can win via knockout, submission, and decision, and all three are almost equally likely. If we talk about her 4 losses, she has been knocked out just once. She has lost via submission also once, and she has lost via decision twice. Now let's take a look at the physical and career stats of both these fighters. Starting with the height, it is 5 feet 5 for Alexa Grasso and it is also 5 feet 5 for Valentina Shevchenko. Weight is even at 125 pounds for both these fighters. And if we talk about the reach, it is 66 inches for Alexa Grasso and it is also 66 inches for Valentina Shevchenko. If we talk about the stance, it is orthodox for Grasso and southpaw for Shevchenko. And if we talk about the age, so Grasso is the younger fighter by about 5 years. Valentina is getting older, and this can play a big factor in this fight. We have seen how Kamaru Usman recently lost the trilogy fight to Leon Edwards, and this the age difference is what played a big factor in that fight. I think if Valentina Shevchenko loses, it could be because she is getting older. Now let's take a look at the career stats, starting with the strikes landed per minute. This signifies the number of significant strikes that you land on your opponent per minute. This is 4.88 for Alexa Grasso and it is 3.29 for Valentina Shevchenko. So in this case, the advantage goes to Grasso. She lands more number of strikes on her opponents per minute. Striking accuracy is 43% for Grasso and it is 53% for Shevchenko. So in this case, Valentina gets the advantage. She is more accurate with her strikes. Next up, we have the strikes absorbed per minute. This is the opposite of strikes landed per minute, and this signifies the number of significant strikes that you absorb per minute. This is 4.07 for Grasso, and it is just 1.99 for Shevchenko. In this case, you want this to be as low as possible because you are getting hit lesser. So here the advantage clearly goes to Shevchenko. Striking defense is 59% for Alexa Grasso and it is 63% for Valentina Shevchenko. So again the advantage goes to Shevchenko. Now let's take a look at the wrestling, grappling and BJJ statistics. Starting with the takedown average, it is 0.38 for Grasso and 2.57 for Shevchenko. So Shevchenko has a huge advantage here. Next up we have the takedown accuracy, which is 44% for Alexa Grasso and it is 64% for Shevchenko. Again the advantage here goes to Shevchenko. Takedown defense is 61% for Alexa Grasso and it is 72% for Valentina. So again the advantage in the takedown defense department goes to Shevchenko. Next up we have the submission average, which is 0.6 for Alexa Grasso and it is 0.3 for Valentina Shevchenko. So here the advantage goes to Alexa Grasso. She is a slightly better BJJ and submission artist in this fight. Now let's take a look at the significant strikes by position. If we start with the champion, so 83% of all the strikes that Grasso throws are from the standing position. 14% on the clinch and just 3% on the ground. If we compare this with Valentina, so 69% of all the strikes are from the standing position, 9% in the clinch and 22% on the ground. So Valentina uses ground and pound more than Alexa Grasso, whereas Alexa Grasso, likes to keep it standing most of the time, and she will work in the clinch to some degree. Now let's take a look at the significant strikes by target. So if we start with Alexa, so 60%, 62% of all the strikes that Alexa Grasso throws are to the head, 20% to the body, and 18% to the leg. If we compare this with Valentina Shevchenko, 64% of all the strikes are to the head, 14% to the body, and 22% to the leg. So Valentina likes to use leg kicks more often than Alexa Grasso, and Alexa Grasso likes to go to the body more often than Valentina Shevchenko. Now let's take a look at some of the previous fights of these two fighters. If we start with the champion, so Alexa Grasso in her last fight beat Valentina Shevchenko via face crank in the fourth round, and this fight happened in March of this year. So these two are again fighting for the rematch. In this fight, I think Valentina was ahead on the scorecards before she lost, and a lot of people were picking Valentina to win this fight, but Alexa got the upset and shocked the world. Before this, she beat Vivian Araujo via unanimous decision in a 5-round fight. She beat Joanne Wood via rear naked choke in the very first round. She also beat Macy Barber unanimous decision in a 3-round fight, and before that she beat Kim Ji-yeon via unanimous decision in a 3-round fight. And before that was her recent loss, which was to Carla Esparza via majority decision. This fight happened in September of 2019, so quite a while back. And before that, she beat Karolina Kowalkiewicz via unanimous decision and lost to Tatiana Suarez via rear naked choke in the very first round. However, this happened in May of 2018, so a lot of time has passed. Now let's look at the previous few fights of Valentina Shevchenko. So Valentina in her last fight lost to Alexa Grasso. She was looking good in this fight, and she got unlucky and got caught in a face crank. Before that, however, she beat Taila Santos in a close fight. I think Taila is a good kickboxer, and it showed in this fight. She was giving problems to Valentina Shevchenko. However, Valentina won this fight via split decision. This fight happened in June of last year. And before that, she beat Lauren Murphy via TKO elbows and punches in the fourth round. Jessica Andrade via TKO elbows in the second round. Jennifer Maia via unanimous decision. Caitlin Chukagin also via TKO elbows and punches in the third round. And Liz Carmouche via unanimous decision. All these are pretty dominant and good wins on her record. Before that, she also beat Jessica Ai via KO head kick. And all these were title fights. I think if I have to pick a winner, I'll go with the former champion Valentina Shevchenko. I think she has the better striking that we have seen in three of the four striking metrics. She is ahead, and she has better wrestling. She has better takedown accuracy, takedown defense. The only thing where Alexa Grasso can give her trouble is in the BJJ aspect, and if she, Alexa Grasso has better strikes landed per minute, so she lands a lot more strikes. Those two are the only areas where she can give Valentina trouble. Also, the age can be a big factor. However, I think Valentina has a few more good years left in her, considering that she has not taken a lot of damage in her fights. And for these reasons, I am picking her to beat Alexa Grasso in the rematch and once again become the champion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.